Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Yakima Longhaul RV bike rack here on our 2016 Coachmen Mirada Motorhome submodel 35LS. Be mindful of that submodel just because there can be slight differences depending on your model, and you want to make sure the bike rack fits. You also want to make sure that you are getting a bike rack that's motorhome approved. This one is up to the task, built extra strong to withstand the extra shock and vibration it's going to experience at the back of a motorhome compared to a typical passenger vehicle. Now this is going to be a hanging style bike rack holding the bike by the frame up here with these two clamps, these straps right here that just ratchet down over top of the frame, as well as the third one on the seat post, limiting our side to side movement. That's going to help with bike to bike contact and any potential bike to motorhome contact. We might have the wheel kind of bump into the ladder here just a little bit, but overall we've got good clearance. You can hold up to 4 bikes, each 37.5 pounds, so just make sure you're staying within those limitations of the weight capacity. In the back of the bike rack here, we do have an integrated cable lock that just houses inside the upright portion of the rack, and we can run that out to the integrated stud right here next to the bottle opener and lock our bikes to the rack. This can be a little tricky sometimes to feed back in here, but it feels like it's all going back in pretty smooth right about now, and then it's there ready to go for next time. I'm going to go ahead and get the bike unloaded here so we can get a closer look at the rack. It's pretty simple to do. All you got to do is pinch these 2 buttons on either side and lift that zip strip out of place. They do fully remove, so just be watchful of those. You don't want them to fall and potentially get lost. If they do get lost, you can pick up replacements here on our site, but just be sure to put them back in once you're done and once you have your bike set aside. In those cradles, you'll notice that there are small ridges to account for our brake cables, so it's going to keep everything protected, and then those zip strips can just pop right back into place, just to keep everything nice and neat here. I'll kind of go around to the other side here to pop that one in. And we can swing it out of the way. Just like that. So with it like this, let's get some measurements real quick. We're going to start off with our distance added to the back of the motorhome here. I'm going to go from the back of the vehicle there all the way down. It's going to sit right at 34 inches. That does add a fair bit of length, but you can fold these arms down when it's not in use. So we've got this gray button up top that we can kind of squeeze in like that, folding those arms down, and it'll lock in place. Now this distance is going to be much more condensed, sitting right at about 7 or 8 inches to the end of the zip strips here. And really, it doesn't stick out much further than your ladder right here, so we're not going to be adding too much. Down at the bottom, our ground clearance is going to be sitting right around 16 3/4 of an inch, more like 16.5 inches. So that's pretty good clearance, and it sits so close to the motorhome, you're not going to have to worry about that. It does work with a 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube and comes with a locking anti-rattle bolt, so it's going to keep things locked up and stable in the hitch. That lock is key-to-like to the cable lock up top as well. And overall, I think it's a very good fit for your motorhome here. Everything fits well. We don't have any clearance issues. That can be an issue with these recessed hitches on certain racks. And we have the folding arms, so it's nice and convenient, easy to use, and it's going to be a great way to get your bikes to your campsite. Thanks for watching.
Now we're going to go ahead and take it on our test course. First we'll start with the slaloms. This is going to show the side-to-side action. It's kind of going to mimic the movements that you'll see whenever you're driving down the road normally. And now with the fold speed bumps, these are going to be pretty much like normal speed bumps. You get to see the up and down action of the bike rack and see how it holds up. Now we'll have the alternating speed bumps. This is going to be more so like the uneven roads and some of that uneven terrain you might be traveling on.